Hello, I'm Graham and I hope everyone's having a great day. Welcome to my product review for this LE168A Pro Video Light marketed by a company called Ali-B who operate on the Amazon website. I'll put links to this product description in the video description below so you can actually check out the product yourself. Now this particular LED light source is 168 LEDs in a matrix. Now the compactness of the LEDs means that you're not going to get the micro shadows that you sometimes find with these LED light panels. If the LED spacing is a little bit too large, you see the shadows from each individual light. But these are nicely spaced, so you're not going to get those micro shadows. It measures 6 inches by 4 inches by around about 2 inches. That equates to 150 by 98 by 51 millimeters. Weighs 350 grams, but that will depend on the power that you're using to drive this unit. At the moment I've got probably the battery that you'll likely to use with this, which is the Sony NP-F55. You can get the larger ones at 970, but these are quite heavy batteries, and if you're going to use this on top of a camcorder, then you're adding considerably to the weight that you're going to be carrying around. So with this battery you're going to get about 2 hours filming, so it's probably going to be good enough for most applications. And if you carry a couple of these batteries, you're going to get extended run times. You can power it from alkaline batteries, AA type, or nickel metal hydride such as the Eneloops, which I've been using to test this unit. Now in terms of other power options, you've got the carrier, which will allow you to use Canon batteries, a carrier which will allow you to use the Nikon batteries, and a carrier to use Panasonic, and I'll expand on the types of battery you can use in the video description. You also have the option to use an external power supply from 5.5 volts up to 9 volts. Now I've been using a power bank which has got a 2 amp output capacity and a 5 volt to 9 volt adapter, so that can go into the back of the unit. When you turn on the power bank, then you'll be able to power this unit from the power supply and run it for an extended period of time. So you've got many options there for powering this device. Now on the back of the unit is a push button, and that allows you to test the capacity of the battery that you've got plugged into the unit. Now I suggest it's going to be using the lithium ion as the main source of power, and this will relate to the 100%, 75%, 50% and 25% indication as to remaining power in the battery. It's better if you turn the unit on and turn it up to full power and then press the check button to see what the indication is, rather than trying to do it offload, which might give you a false indication of the power remaining. Now the unit does have a diffuser which just slides into a channel on either side of the lamp, and in that diffuser are 4 holes which locate on some small pips on the plastic moulding so it won't slip out. Other designs I've seen use magnets, which I think are a bit better to fit than having to slide this in and trying to locate it on the pins, but that's not a showstopper in the case of this light. As well as the clear diffuser, you get a diffuser which is designed to change the colour temperature from the daylight 5500 Kelvin down to the tungsten at 3200 Kelvin. So again, it's just a CTO and some diffusion, and if I turn on the unit you can see that we've now got an orange light rather than the normal daylight light. Obviously you're going to reduce the power output from the light because you're adding filtration to that white light. Now in terms of light output, with the diffuser fitted to the front of the unit and with the light set 1 meter away from the camera, the exposure, to give a normal exposure, was 1/60th of a second, f5.6 at ISO 640, and with a light meter that gave me a lux level of 740 lux at that 1 meter distance. Obviously if you're going to fit the color temper orange filter, you're going to reduce that output, but I haven't actually checked that level. Now the construction of the light looks fairly good, and I've actually disassembled this to have a look at the electronics to see how they've been assembled and how clean the boards have been after they've been assembled, and they're average for this type of product. There was still a little bit of residue of the flux on the circuit boards, which normally with the professional equipment all that would be taken off and tropicalized, but in this case it's normal for this type of product. My only negative concern on this particular light is the way that you adjust the intensity. The knob is quite small and it's quite close to the battery tray. The knob itself acts as the on-off switch. As you turn it away from the home position, the light comes on, and then you continue to increase the intensity to what you want. But it is a small knob and it is quite close to that, so if you've got a big finger and thumb you might find it a little bit more awkward to change the intensity. Now it is possible to tandem these units together to give you a bigger light area, but it's probably better just buying a larger panel in the first instance rather than each one of these having its own battery and charger, etc. Probably better just buying a 12 by 12 panel instead of buying 4 of these units, and probably the price is about the same. Now they are intended to fit on the hot shoe of your camera or camcorder, and they do provide this adapter which allows you to fit the unit onto the hot shoe of the camera. Just slides in place, and as with most flash guns this will lock down and lock onto the hot shoe. Now that distance of 1 meter to the camera is probably the distance you'll be using for your interview, so the light level is going to be adequate for normal video production, so no worries about the light level, and of course you can dim it down if you wanted to do so. Well, that's it for my review of the LE168A Pro LED light marketed by Ali B on Amazon websites. So that's it for the video. Thanks very much for watching. Please do check out my photographic blog, and I'm going to put a link to that in the video description below. You'll find lots more information on general photography, more information on LED light panels, and in particular there's a lot more section here on photography using Panasonic Lumix cameras and Canon full frame, crop sensor and the CSC EOS M series. So until my next video, as usual, thanks very much for watching. Please do take care, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Goodbye for now.